What happens when you give young minds the freedom to dream? What ideas can be born when teams of students come together to innovate, collaborate, and compete? Across Sri Lanka and here in Negombo, our youth face growing challenges that reach far beyond exams and classrooms. Rising stress, anxiety, digital addiction, peer pressure, and social divides are silently shaping their futures. These are not problems that textbooks alone can solve. That is why the Innovation Challenge at St. Nicholas's International College, powered by 3WGE, is so vital. It gave students the opportunity to confront these issues directly, to ask, how do we support mental well-being? How do we build stronger communities? How do we create real change around us? For the first time, education became more than lessons. It became a platform for solutions. This wasn't just another school project. It was a stage for bold ideas, fearless thinking, and the possibility that the next breakthrough could start right here, in the hands of our younger generation. But how do you prepare for something as big as innovation? Where do you begin when the challenge is to create something original, meaningful, and impactful? 3WGE challenged the students to come up with creative and innovative solutions for a few selected problems, widely affecting the society around them. Issues highlighted in the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
So we thought we'll bring a theme for you, how to put it into a plan. Okay? What is your proposal which you attach in your name will be final presentation judges will judge it outside. Right? So all those things are what our swag and it.
In the setup phase, students formed teams, merged their strengths, and began asking the right questions. What problems do we want to solve? How can our ideas inspire? What if our solution changes the way people think? Guided by mentors and teachers, classrooms transformed into workshops of imagination. Ideas that once seemed impossible slowly began taking shape. It was here, in those first sketches, in the heated debates, and in the sparks of curiosity that the foundation of the Innovation Challenge was laid. But this was just the beginning, because behind every challenge lies a bigger question. Why does this matter? What does it mean for education, for our children, and for the future of Sri Lanka?
So, as we can see, I have taken Saturn from a Newtonian style telescope. So how we did it was, we took this camera and plugged it here, and this USB cable goes to the computer. So when we plug this to our computer at night, we can see Saturn like this. Not only Saturn, we can see Jupiter, the moon, we can see the craters, the moon, and many deep, this telescope is used for deep sky observing and astrophotography mainly. Thank you.
So this is an animal proof dustbin. So it has a weighted base and like an outer covering so that the animals can't push it over. And then this sensor detects the presence of either an animal or a human, and then the light system works.
Those who are competing under Shield Championship of Form 3 and 4 finally come to Form 4A class. Thank you.
St. Nicholas. So I'll try to keep it as 5 to 7 minutes maximum this presentation. Now here the target group is from Form 1 that came from Form, so they are broken into 3 groups, Form 1 and 2, year 6 and 7, okay, 8 and 9, and then the O levels and A levels, O levels out. So we will also link it to about 10 areas in school. What we have asked the team to do in session, we will deliberate in that same page on who should be. So they listen to it and respond to the question that you ask him. So you ask about listening skills.
My name is Dilithavi and I'm from Form 2. Innovation's impact is our exhibition thing. It's a great opportunity for us to learn, to help us grow, and it's also a very useful thing for others to learn. So for example, my exhibit is about a catchment. So it helps us to understand how important the nature is, how important that we should have a proper structure before doing everything.
This is helpful to the students in our school.
In this exhibition, you can see many innovative items here. There are telescopes, robotic items, smart dustbins. It's filled with wonder.
I think this is like a good event. Like people got to work together and they got to share their ideas. They could get their competitive spirit up. So I think this is like a really good opportunity for us, and I'm really grateful for the organization and our father rector and our vice principal for giving us this opportunity to share our ideas.
This can be a great opportunity to our country. Sometimes in future, there will be scientists who came from our country. This mindset can lead to something good in our future.
We are truly happy as teachers.
This is a good opportunity for all the students to showcase their talents and to show their innovative ideas.
It was something that we didn't expect. Actually, we didn't know that our kids were this much talented. But eventually, it's something that we deliver to this country. Those new innovations and those talents, abilities, everything. Special thanks goes to 3WG, the company, for organizing this kind of a wonderful event with us.
After the disc evaluations and initial presentations, marked carefully by shuffled panels of teachers to keep things fair, students had 6 weeks to bring their ideas to life. With guidance from 3WG mentors and dedicated school staff, weeks of trial and error transformed into working projects, filled with creativity and purpose. Judging day arrived with a burst of energy, a little chaotic, a lot exciting. 66 teams filled the school with prototypes, models, and presentations, while principals and teachers from neighboring schools joined the panel of judges. Students and teachers were amazed and delighted to see the level of creativity and innovation students showcased at the exhibition.
Sri Lanka's education has long been defined by tradition, a system that values discipline, structure, and academic excellence.
But for far too long, our students have been taught what to think, not how to think. Rote memorization, exam pressure, and outdated classroom models continue to dominate. While knowledge is tested, creativity is stifled. While exams are prioritized, innovation is often forgotten. Across the world, education is changing, and Sri Lanka must evolve too. The 21st century demands more than just marks. It demands collaboration, innovation, and creativity.
That's where we come in. At 3W Global Education, we believe in reimagining education, not just for the privileged few, but for every student in Sri Lanka.
We launched Innovation to Impact to do just that. A hands-on, real-world program that goes far beyond books and exams.
Our mission is clear: to transform young minds from passive learners into active change makers, to turn classroom into innovative labs, to make education a force for social, technological, and environmental impact.
It all began with a vision at St. Nicholas's College, Negombo. In 2023, the school started a student innovation initiative, a seed that would grow into something much larger and more impactful.
Recognizing its potential, the rector wanted to expand its idea and deepen its impact. That's when 3WGE stepped in, transforming a simple idea into national model for educational reform.
Hi, I'm Radila, representing St. Nicholas's International College, Negombo. Actually, 3WGE gave us the concept to start and we were cooperating with them. There were a lot of new innovations. We were actually amazed by their innovations, and I think that would impact the whole Sri Lanka, not only the Negombo crowd, but the whole Sri Lanka, because it's a new idea, new concept for us also. And we are planning and we are hoping to continue this in the future.
Then came the exhibition day, the true celebration. Guests from nearby schools, parents, and special invitees walked through displays of innovation. Students presented and demonstrated their projects and concepts with the help of friends, teachers, parents, and with the special mentorship of 3WGE. Let's head inside and see how the Sri Lankan education system is being reformed. This is the future of Sri Lankan education. Innovators, creative thinkers, and problem solvers.
On the whole, I would say I'm really happy and proud of this event. I also should thank actually 3WG for their contributions in order to make this event a resounding success. Try my best to support whatever way possible to give them their exposure by inviting different people of different sectors so that they may have that fair exposure that they need for their future inventions.
Thank you, Father. Congratulations. It's marvelous. Your students are pretty amazing as well. And good luck. The transformation was visible. Students who were once shy and unsure were now confident presenters, problem solvers, and collaborators. They went from asking what's the right answer to boldly asking how can I make this better.
Opportunities to create meaningful change, addressing some of Sri Lanka's most pressing issues like recycling and waste reduction, mental and physical health and addiction awareness, diversity, inclusion, and social harmony.
The closing ceremony was held in the evening and students' performances, a fashion show, and several dancing acts brought color and life to the stage. Music and laughter carried into the night, marking not just the end of a challenge, but the beginning of a new journey of innovation. The evening closed with awards presented by 3WGE. Gold, silver, and bronze medals honoring the brightest young changemakers as the sun set.
Actually, we are privileged to have the support of 3WGE who came all the way to support us and to help our kids to come up with their projects and to guide them and to empower them. This exhibition is not just the end, but they will continue to develop their skills, ideas, and we have opened the doors for them to innovate more and to go beyond.
Innovate to Impact has proven one powerful truth. When education is reimagined, students don't just succeed, they thrive. At 3WGE, we are not here to fix a broken system. We are here to build a better future. One school, one student, one breakthrough at a time.
I stand before you not as just the managing director of 3W Group and 3WGE. Yes, we did organize this event, but as someone truly humbled by the extraordinary talent gathered in this audience, this evening they gather not merely to celebrate achievements, but to witness the dawn of a new generation of Sri Lankan innovators. These aren't just projects, they are prototypes of breakthrough change for the better of our future.
The Sri Lankan education system is ready for change, and the future begins now.
Because the future belongs to those who innovate.
Igniting innovation, impacting futures.
Let's give them a big round of applause.
The Innovate to Impact Challenge proved one simple truth. When students are trusted to dream, they discover their power to create. It became a movement of ideas, solutions, and possibilities. These young innovators showed us that the future of Sri Lanka is not something we wait for. It is something we build together, starting in our classrooms today.